Hello, my name is Pilar Orero. I work at Universitat Autónoma de Barcelona in Spain, and I'm going to present a course on media accessibility. It is a MOOC prepared within the project HBB4ALL. The project is about the new ecosystem where media content is distributed both in a hybrid way in broadcast and broadband. The course promoters are the European Commission that has co-funded this project, which is the logo is in the middle, HBB4ALL. Also my university where I work, and also Visonics, the company that is developing the guide access to the content of this course, and also it is producing these videos. The course, how is it going to work? You're going to have videos, and you can interact with the videos. From time to time, you will have a question asked to you, and then you will have to reply, and then you will have the right answer or the wrong answer given to it. Question. This course is part of a project called HBB4ALL, Access, or TB4ALL. And the right answer is HBB4ALL. This is the sort of questions that you're going to be asked, and this is the sort of answers you're going to be getting. The course is structured in 4 units. The first unit is accessibility, the second is subtitling, the third is audio description, and the fourth is sign language. The first unit is dealing with accessibility and all the issues related with why is accessibility important, who is dealing with accessibility, why is accessibility necessary, actually, and why is accessibility a human right, and the laws and the regulations. The second unit is dealing with subtitling. And in subtitling, well, as you can see in this slide, there are many features in it. If it is a subtitle, which is you translate the language. If it is a caption, it is within the same language. If the subtitles are popped in the screen, if it is scrolled, all these issues will be dealt with in the Unit 2. Unit 3 is to do with audio description. And we have a small video here of the beginning of a movie. The movie is Rat Race. Have a look at this.
A line of stars stream towards a distant snow-clad mountain peak. The stars form a circle around the mountain. Paramount, a Viacom company. In gold letters, words pop into a blue sky. Paramount Pictures presents, in association with Fireworks Pictures, an ALPHAVILLE ZUCKER production. Rat Race. The letters zoom off, animated caricatures of a small man in a white suit, Rowan Atkinson, a young black woman, Lanai Chapman. She leaves.
Well, it was the Paramount credits. Yes, they're audio described. You also have to audio describe everything that is visual, and it is important for the end user. It is quite interesting because we all thought it was a bit different to have these credits, these logos being audio described. Funnily enough, last month I was in Argentina, and I used this example in one of the lessons that I gave, and there was a blind lady who told me that she wasn't aware that movies had credits, and she'd never heard of Paramount. So I think it's quite interesting that audio description also deals with the content of the movie, but also things like the credits. And the last unit will be sign language. Sign language, it has many issues. In itself, it is a language, it is a natural language. And that in itself is very interesting, but also how the language, it is used as an accessibility service. And for example, you can see the video here, how we are using, or we're trying to get avatars to sign some content, some audiovisual content. And this is the video of the avatar. Of course, avatars will never replace the humans, but it is a good exercise, and it is an interesting solution, perhaps, to when you have to create content constantly. For example, in the weather forecast, you have to create content every 15 minutes, perhaps. And the domain, the language domain, is not very broad in the weather forecast. So perhaps it may be possible, I'm not saying that it is possible, but it may be possible in the future to use an avatar for some cases like the weather forecast. Each of these 4 units, the accessibility or subtitling or captioning, audio description and sign language, will have 5 videos. The first video will introduce the service, what is subtitling, what is captioning, what is the description. Then you will have 3 videos that will go in depth of the service. And then at the last video will be sort of a conclusion, a recapitulation of what we have done. The course is addressed to anybody who is interested in accessibility. It could be you as the end user, or it could be a policymaker that needs to implement the national regulations or the national laws that they've been passed. It could be an accessibility manager, someone who has to make sure that whatever content is produced is accessible. It could be a broadcaster or that has national regulations with it. It could be an access service provider, a company that provides subtitling or audio description or sign language. Or it could be just you, because you're interested in accessibility and you want to know more about this. These are the learning outcomes of the course, that you as a student will be familiar with the concepts on accessibility services and media access services. You would understand the fundamental techniques of audio description, of subtitling, captioning, and sign language. You would also understand how it is produced. So sometimes you would understand better when you say, oh, this thing was horrible. Perhaps this thing was horrible, but you would understand why, the challenges that we have when we produce the access services. And then you would understand that it was the best it could be done in the way it is produced. We will introduce you to the process of audio description, how to create an audio description, how to subtitle or caption, or how to do sign language. Clearly, we're not going to teach you to learn to sign language, because there are different sign languages. Each language has its sign language, but we're going to show you the basic ways to do sign language as an accessibility services. Also, we're going to show you the different technologies that you can use to aid accessibility services. And basically, at the end, we should have a guide of good practice of the accessibility services. Now there is a question. What are access services studied in this course? Is it subtitling, voiceover and audio description? Is subtitling, audio description and sign language? Or is it subtitling, dubbing and sign language? And the answer is subtitling, audio description and sign language. The tutors in this course will be myself. I will be doing Unit 1, which is accessibility, and Unit 3, which is audio description. Pablo Romero Fresco, who is an expert in subtitling and captioning, will do Unit 2, which is subtitling and captioning. And then Marta Bosch Paliarda, who is a sign language teacher, will do the sign language course, the unit.